that it's just perfect, just the way it is, and not do anything.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just heads up too, my speakers are kind of awful, so if I'm just like, huh, what? That's why. I'm not going to.
And they sound pretty good.
Cutting out.
Okay.
So looking at this, Peter, is this not the final form? This is more of just the feedback we've been getting?
Yeah.
Can I look at the one we had our cleanest copy right now? Do we have that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know if there's like a full finalized document yet. I've been kind of looking through everything.
Well, what Miranda did last, whatever Miranda did last.
I don't know what that is, unfortunately.
Okay.
I asked for that, and she sent me links to things that were not that.
Oh, so, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have what you sent to Miranda and called final?
What was that?
I was wondering if Ari has what a copy of what she sent to Miranda and called final, or that she called final.
No, Miranda did it for us when we were all on here last time.
Okay. Okay, can we check, Peter? I imagine we can check that document and see if it has the date of last edit on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This was the most recent one.
Okay. Good.
It does.
But it's also it's for every subcommittee too, so I'm not sure if that was incorporated.
Looked like this last. This was not the last one.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what else we have. That's modified. Yeah, I don't really know where in the Envision 2030 folder it would be, right?
Yep.
It's like there's the different committees, but all of those are kind of old. This one real fast. That was April 2nd. That's definitely not it.
Well, I'm gonna call Atasha because I feel like she really wanted to press really quick and like be in here.
Okay.
I'm not seeing her, so I'm gonna call her really quick. Please excuse me, Tom. Like I told Peter and Karen, I'm just not feeling well getting back from travel. So don't mind me.
Let me see something here real fast.
Okay, so this is Peter. This is the most current, right?
This is the most current one that I have access to.
Okay, then let's make everything. Okay, so and then down the right side is input from others dated April 20. So these comments came in at this point. They're 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
So this
isn't
we have a lot of editing still to do to incorporate this. I can see that right now.
Where? Hold on one second. I'm just gonna go into my Gmail and see if she sent it to me. Didn't she email it to like everybody?
Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I have it here, guys. It's all here. It's right in the email. Peter, do you have it?
No.
Okay, forwarding to you now. There you go.
Okay.
And it looks like Atasha's on now too.
Yeah, I gave her a call.
Yeah, so basically you guys can just leave everything the way it is, or you might decide that you want to just go through everything quickly and see if anything should be moved to projects and initiatives because it's detailed and maybe doesn't belong in a higher level kind of visioning tool. So that's really why you were invited to meet again if you wanted to.
Okay, can I interject something here?
Of course.
The reason why I'm late is because I was working on the document. There's some small changes, and I also incorporated some very brief project initiatives for us to discuss. So how can I share that with you?
Do you want to share your screen?
Well,
How do I share my screen?
The only thing I want to say is that at this point, the idea is not to have committee members adding stuff to this. It's looking at what the community has asked for.
Agreed.
And making sure that we've listened to the community, because you all have been able to have all your meetings and come up with information. And I'm not saying that, you know, it's not welcomed and appreciated, but at the same time, what's supposed to be happening right now is you're supposed to be considering all the public input and making sure you've included that in the document.
So what I'm hearing is we need to put, Natasha, I hope this is okay with you. We need to put away our ideas for now and not incorporate anything further, especially with trying to get this finally finalized and just
Yeah,
making sure everything has been pointed out for the community.
I asked Miranda today if we needed to work on the initiative project stuff and put that on here, and she said yes. So
Well,
this don't-
you can if you want to. And what most of the committees are doing, Atashna, is they're taking all the input that the committee has come up with as well as the public, and they've identified those things that really belong in initiatives and projects and not as, you know, the higher upper level envisioning product that you're going to be presenting to the Board of Trustees. So when you get really into some of this detailed stuff, it would be a project or initiative, not a part of the envisioning document.
Oh, I understand that, and that's why I asked for clarity from her. So could you just take a look at what I've done and just say, yes, or this is something for another time?
That if you could screen share it or, you know, forward it, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I just need to know how to do that.
So you should see a button that says share at the bottom of your screen.
I see purchase, let's see, start.
Yes.
Yeah, share, there it is, yeah.
And then when you click that, a box will open asking you what
Screen.
exactly you want to share.
Well, it's in my,
You need to open the document first.
it's a Word document.
Yeah,
So I want to share this.
Yeah, you'll want to open it first, and then
It's open.
okay, and then yeah, you'll want in the pop-up box that comes up, you'll want to pick that one.
Come back to the
Share.
WebEx screen, and then at the bottom of it, right in the center, there's a button that says share. Natasha, did you figure it out, or you find the button?
Yeah, it says it's loading. My computer is very slow today.
So if it says that, then we should have
It's
it.
just
Yeah,
one
well done there.
page. Oh, the little blue line, there it is. Do you see
Bingo.
it?
We got it, yeah.
Just take a quick look at it.
Okay, so Health and Human Services, so we dropped the social. So this is in red line format, I presume, so we can accept it. Yeah, okay, we see it.
Can you advance it to Natasha so we can see the wording under this first?
Oh, I'm scrolling down.
One of the things I can see under the vision statement is you struck "and," so you probably need to drop a comma in there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can. What we were asking is if you could scroll it down. So,
Mhm.
we've gotten through what we see on our screens is a vision statement and then the title of goals and objectives.
Okay, I just scrolled down.
There you go. Okay, so now I see the initiative project.
Well, I took out a word, I added a word. See, it says services can, I changed can to will.
Okay. It didn't advance on my side yet. Ari, how about you?
I can't see that. All I'm seeing is the vision statement
No, I
Okay.
can. It's just kind of.
and the title.
Yeah, same here.
Excuse me. Hold on one second. Sorry, I got to blow my nose.
One suggestion, Natasha, is if you could, you might want to email it to Peter, then he can put it up and do some editing for us.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the small little bits of words. I'm also not. And please tell me if I'm not making this a bigger deal. I'm okay with a few words being left as they are. I really am one of those people at this point that's ready to leave alone the editing of the document. I really want to stop messing with it. I don't know how you guys feel.
Well, at a minimum, we have to accept changes. Because it looks like it's still an edit format.
Peter, what are you doing?
I just got back.
Okay. So Tasha's wondering if you can change those green letters or green words, if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, step one is let's have Natasha unshare, push the
What do I do?
uh,
The red button? No.
down at the is the share Peter to unshare, or does she just hit the bottom the share
You
button
just hit
again?
the share again.
Yeah, at the bottom, just click on that,
Yeah.
Natasha. I want
Okay,
and then it says that then you'll unshare the document, and Peter can pop it up.
I clicked on it. Is it unshared now?
No,
Nope,
I'm
still
still
here.
seeing that.
Still up there.
Damn it, I'm sorry.
Actually, there should be a little like button somewhere on your screen that says unshare. Might be near the top of the screen. Check there.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything there.
Okay, here I can probably just kick you out.
Oh yeah, you got the master control, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just kick me out.
Okay, bingo.
Okay.
Okay, so
good
this is
stuff.
our old document.
Great.
Our
Good.
current document.
So let's talk about now, Atasha, if you wanted to talk about your projects initiatives really quick, we can talk about that and maybe like sidebar them. And then I keep that for tonight. Does that work as an
Okay.
agenda, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do the, get this over to Peter.
If you'll, you have Peter's email?
Hold on a second,
Now this is the document that shows all the input from the public. That was the red line document.
okay, what's
Yeah.
Peter's email? Peter, what's your email?
I'm admin ASST at netherlandco.org. I'm in the email
The
chain.
invitation.
Yeah, but I'm not very proficient.
Okay.
Admin ASST at
netherlandco.org. I can drop it in chat too if it.
Okay, I just sent it.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be delaying this.
So yeah, just so everybody knows, I will have to like do a hard stop at 6 o'clock because Miranda will need
as well.
this account.
Yeah, me as well.
And probably a few minutes before if possible, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's gotta host the DDA meeting right at 6.
Let's aim for 5:45.
Okay.
Let's just start listing the initiatives and projects and leave the vision statement, goals, and objectives alone for now. Are we all okay with that?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Great.
Yeah,
Natasha, what are the projects and initiatives you wanted to mention?
Did you get the email, Peter?
Yeah, it just came through actually.
Okay.
So Natasha, what are the projects and initiatives?
Looks like yeah, if you just want to read them off, I can start adding them as we go.
Okay. I'm getting to it here. I'm not fast on the computer.
It's okay. If you want me to read them off, I can do that too.
Why don't you, Peter, as long as you're
Okay,
typing them.
initiative and project under healthcare, goals and objectives, initiative and project number 1. Support the work via ongoing input of the Mountain Health Initiative Group to bring clinical, medical, and other ancillary services here. Number 2, obtain dedicated transportation and integrate it into the appointment triage system. That's under healthcare.
Yeah. And then so yeah, those are 2 of them. And then we have what 4 under human services as well.
Under human services, I didn't complete it, but under human services initiative and project, number 1 is review the architectural plans for the West Wing and update them to incorporate a designated full-service human services facility to serve the community. Number 2,
Can I just make a suggestion on that one? I would say the feasibility of incorporating a designated full-service human services facility.
Yeah, that's a place to start.
I would
that
say
sounds good.
Yeah, I would say review the architectural plans for the feasibility to update them to incorporate.
All right.
Okay, number 2, okay, number 2 is have the town work with current West Wing groups, i.e. the food pantry and garden, and the clothing closet to find suitable temporary locations during the construction of the human services facility. Number 3, create the Town of Netherland Health and Human Services Advisory Board made up of community members with experience in those areas.
Now, again, I'm just going to mention that the Peak to Peak Health and Human Service does already have a committee for that purpose. So could it be explore, the partnership between Peak to Peak Health and Human Services and the town with establishing a cohesive Health and Human Services Advisory Board? I just want to say that because I think I know I know Peak to Peak HHS Alliance is already feeling like they're sort of not being considered in this process, although I think we've tried to.
But we've included them so many times to come up and
I
be
know,
here.
I know that, but they do have a housing, a housing board.
Yes.
I know I'm part of that,
A lot
Karen.
of the same people that Atashna is talking about having on it, including herself. So
I'm in favor of that. I'm in favor of not recreating the wheel and just more inclusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you said, Karen, that sounds fine.
Yeah, so explore with the Peak to Peak Health and Human Services and the town, a partnership to create a cohesive. Did you want it just to be for housing, or do you want it to be for health and human services
I
too?
don't want it to be for housing. I want it to be health and human services. That's what we're talking about right now.
Okay. Because I think if we just say we're going to create one, I think that's just going to put their nose out of whack, because that's what they are. I think that's how they see themselves.
Well, oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
but things evolve and they
I
morph.
get that. I get that, but we also don't want to make anybody
We want to
feel
have
like
a relationship.
they
We want
weren't
to have a
included.
partnership. We want a
of
partnership and
course.
relationship, but that is quite strange. I'm glad to hear the feedback coming from you, Karen, more candidly, that is an emotion they feel. I don't. If you could just, I know we're getting through this, Natasha. I promise. I do want to ask really
Oh
quick.
yeah.
Where can you tell me where this came from, or what we did not do for them to not feel
No,
included?
it's nothing that you guys did. I actually, Chris Current and Dennis asked me to go out to meet them and have a conversation about it, because they felt very left out. And I explained to them that really what we're talking about, both in the Mountain Community Health Task Force as well as in this committee, is a bigger picture than, everybody recognizes all the great work that the Alliance does. Everybody recognizes that. But at the same time, we still have some deficit in providing services.
Yeah.
So
And also-
we're trying to kind of explore new ways to leverage our resources, working together to bring even more resources to the area, and up to and including potentially a medical clinic, which again.
Well, where I'm coming from though, is that they were invited more than once or twice to come be here and
Right.
work on this and be included in that manner. So I think it's interesting that they did not show up virtually to any of them.
Well, what happened is they had Katrina attend, but then she fell off because something was going on with her dogs in the background. And then what she ended up saying to them, I'm just being really honest with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a little
okay.
tired, but what she shared with them really wasn't exactly what went on, and because she left early. So I filled them in. I think they felt a lot better talking to me. And because I've been going to all of these meetings, and I spoke very highly of the committee and where everybody's coming from, and that it's really about envisioning 10 years down the road how it can be even better. But
I also want them to know that they were always included and they could have always attended, but at some point we all have to take accountability for our actions.
I
And
agree.
if they do not want to be here, that's completely on them. And if they ever want to have no, I'm not mad at all. If they ever want to have a conversation and meet for lunch, I would love to do that. I think that's very unfair for those kinds of assumptions to be made when Katrina couldn't be here the whole time and things were distracting.
Right. And they recognize that, Ari, and they really. And they felt really good that you and me and Natasha, who have really been working closely with this group for so long, are, part of the team and making sure that, they're being included. And I reminded them that they had been invited, but the thing is, I think they thought Katrina was going to kind of cover for them, and that just really didn't happen. But I just want us to be just, aware and
I'm happy your honesty is here, Karen. I'm very happy your honesty came to light, and that that's something that I think if you and I can even take up with them later on in a very civil manner, but also to point out points that could have been made that nobody from that other than myself wanted to be in this committee other than me. So
and me. I mean, me and you, we're really the ones
that's it.
represent them. And that's a pretty good representation, if I don't
I
say so
agree.
myself. And they knew that. They felt that too. So I think
Okay.
it was just miscommunication.
Okay. Those
And-
happen. Those
Well, I
happen.
think there's some other things going on there, and I'm not very eloquent as a speaker, but I will just speak my mind here. You know, they brought everybody together in an alliance. It's been great. They've done so many good things for the community. However, things do grow and morph. And I think that there may be a feeling a little bit threatened, left behind,
I could see that.
unrecognized. And
That's a good point, Natasha. Very
so
good.
it's a little bit of not really a power struggle, but a little bit of a struggle.
It's
It's a
positioning.
strike. It's a bit of a strike to the ego or insecurity, if you will.
Yes.
That's okay to have in a small mountain town where politics are small, but it's also not okay to not have misrepresentation for people on your side. So that's where I'm
Yeah.
coming to middle ground. But thank you for letting me ask that question. Karen, thank you so much for taking that on. I'd love to
Sure.
have that discussion with you.
Yeah.
Tasha, thank you for that viewpoint. I really appreciate that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And
Again,
no-
I'm
no
just
worries.
feverish. I'm just having a fever. Please excuse me. Natasha, I'm sorry I took up your time. Please keep going.
No. That's okay. I just my last point here is continue to maintain and update the peak to peak where to get help guide and
Mhm.
have it distributed through a variety of outlets.
But we talked about this last time, Natasha. There is a big group of people who work on it. It's available via, electronically through their website. It's available at town hall. They have paper copies all over town.
So,
Remember we talked
Yes.
about
However,
so
there are
fun
many.
things about that.
Peter, you're up, dude.
Yeah, so the copies that we have at Town Hall are 3 years out of date.
Yes.
Mhm.
I have been talking with I can't remember.
Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina about that, and she kind of just referenced me to the website, but also had a bunch of updates that she knows needs to go into it. So today I actually kind of compiled a loose list of everything on the website and made some informal booklets just so I could have some things out so that were a bit more up to date.
And I love
However, the website itself is also very out of date.
Yeah,
I
Peter's on
have
it.
gone through it and made a couple of suggestions and sent them to, I actually can't even remember who I sent them to.
Well, Natasha, listen to
Natasha,
this.
should we change that to say maintain an up-to-date, comprehensive, blah, blah, blah guide and website or something?
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
funny
web-
business. Isn't Katrina Harms, if I can point fingers at this point, because I'm just in that mood today. If Katrina Harms is supposed to be making those pamphlets, why are they 3 years old?
Well, that's my question, because I thought they were,
Cool.
had updated it last year and that they
Nope.
had brought
No,
over copies.
it hasn't been updated for a few years.
I apologize for misunderstanding where we were at with this, because you're right. We need to have updated information.
We can.
And it has to be continuously updated. And
We
I
could
don't know why,
potentially move
but
Wait, let
Katrina
Peter go
does
ahead.
not do that.
like some of that, at least like the big core stuff that doesn't need to be updated consistently. We could probably also have some of that on our website for Netherlands.
But my point, yes, and I appreciate all your efforts, Peter. I know you've been working to the bone, and because I'm not biased or anything. But right. But knowing that Jeanette Taylor did such a wonderful gun ho attitude and always made those pamphlets. It helps that she did literal book binding and making. I'm wondering with this Peak to Peak Human Health Services Alliance, this project hasn't even been done, and this is directly under their thumb. So, Karen, please do not mistake that I think that you and Town Hall are responsible for such.
Mhm.
I'm noticing things are not clicking right now, and a lot of things need to be revamped And I think that our Envision committee could really help human services, peak-to-peak human services. But I think there's a miscommunication, again, as we just saw, this kind of example. So that's something that we also need to work on too, is knowing who is supposed to do what. And if we are to be cohesive with them, which I hope so in the future very much, that what is stepping on toes and what isn't. So maybe that should be a project initiative, is to recognize what is the delegated jobs and details between the two, so we don't have miscommunication.
Define roles and responsibilities.
Yes.
Peak to Peak Health and Human Service Alliance, and who else? Or just for them?
Yeah, I mean, if they're the ones that want to partner with us and collaborate, that's I think a good start. It's a good start.
Yeah, a start.
It's a start. It's all going to be a start, and we're trying to get all 10 years done in a night or so. But really, as Natasha's made a lovely point of, things morph and change, and this, I think, isn't excluded from that.
Yeah, I think I would add to that, though. It just, right, it just says Peak to Peak Health and Human Service Alliance in the town, but really, it's also the other government agencies and the nonprofits in the area. So I think it's bigger than just the alliance in the town. I would include government agencies and nonprofits, you know, just so that more people are at the table having the conversation.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the town, I mean, we attend these meetings, and of course we're resource and we're happy to help and all that sort of thing. But really, it's the other government entities, you know, like the Boulder County area Agency on Aging, and the nonprofits like EFA, who are really the ones who are activating these services and programs and projects,
Yes.
just like you are, Ari, you know, with
I'm Boulder County. I know what I am.
Chapter
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
And I
okay.
think
That's
maybe
okay.
it's kind of a come to Jesus meeting where we sort of analyze the roles and responsibilities and how can we best leverage all of our resources to provide, you know,
We have
the
to stop
service
with the
that we-
egos and get with the actual reality.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's getting rid of this ego and understanding you're not supposed to be Superman for the town of 2,000 people. You are something smaller of a bigger picture, but also in your own right, you have credit. We are the town of Netherland, but people want to have their cake and eat it too, right?
Yeah.
So I think the come to Jesus moment is a great way to explain that, Karen. Very good.
I love that phrase. It's not an I, it's a we.
Yeah.
And some of the groups, i.e., with the alliance, see them. I think do not see themselves as a we. They still see themselves as an I.
But I can understand that from being burnt out and needing to survive for 72 hours if there's a fire or a flood. I can understand
Oh, yeah.
not having mental health partners be up here for 10 plus years. I understand. But there's also the new age people, myself, that are funded in Boulder, and Tom, you know, does stuff in Boulder. And it's really about the money sometimes. This is where sometimes the money comes from. And it's just
Well, a lot of
the
times
situation.
it's all about the money.
It's a check your ego and make it
Yeah.
work. Not try to be all encompassing for everyone all the time
Yes.
thing. And I'm just over it.
Well, Ari, in the last meeting, you said something that stuck with me, and I think it overshadows everything. And that was the word gatekeeper in
Yeah.
regards to the alliance.
Sure.
And we have to keep that in mind because that's where things are at and where things are changing.
I think that last point, or at least this kind of copy, if allowed, Karen, could at least be shown to Katrina, Dennis, and or Chris. With also, you know, if you want me to send an email, but I'm not here to be like, oh, well, Karen told me X, Y, and Z about this, what you thought. If you want to do a meeting later on, and send them this, I would love to, like I said, have a Zoom call where we can all figure this out together. We can have a conversation, and hopefully no dogs interrupted halfway through.
Ari,
But send
Ari,
it-
Ari, let's you and I talk about this offline, because I actually think me and you meeting with Dennis and Chris is the nicest way to start it. And
I
I
would
can-
agree. So let's get an email
So
chain
let's
going,
do
girl.
that.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
all right, we'll do that after this,
Got
or
it.
not
Sounds
tonight.
good.
No.
Yeah, because it's
No,
not
not
about,
tonight. No, that's a lot.
it's not about permission or approval. It's about input.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely.
Do we have any other projects and initiatives, or was that it, Atasha?
That was it. That's as far as I got, and I
You're ahead of
couldn't
me, girl.
really
And
think
that's
of
a
any
pretty
of the
good
other
list.
stuff.
I mean, that's a pretty good list.
It
Plus,
is.
we added one, so
Yeah, there you go. Tom, what about yourself? Do you see anything in here you want to add or give your peanut gallery 2 cents to, or whatever?
Well, let's scroll down. Is this everything on one page? or
That's
is there
it.
more?
Yeah,
Wow.
yep,
I
that is
believe
it.
in
know.
brevity.
Isn't it pretty?
Wow.
Isn't it so pretty?
No, in terms of process, we obviously we need to put this to bed tonight, right? But within the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This document goes to Board of Trustees. That's the next step.
No, we've got a group meeting that we're gonna have on May 25th with all the committees, and we're gonna go through, like we did with the vision statements, where everybody's gonna go through, hopefully quickly, where they're at with their documents, and we're gonna talk about the presentation to the Board of Trustees and what should and shouldn't be included.
Right.
So the next step
Nice.
is to go before the full committee,
Got it.
on May 25th. And then hopefully we'll have everything ready to bring to the Board of Trustees. I think we're shooting for June, the first meeting in June, which I think is June 1st.
Right.
I'm just a little concerned. I just don't know if this document here, did you guys, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time remembering. Did we already go through all of the public input?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We did. We did.
And
And we
this,
came out.
and this
This is the document that has been revised
Revised.
after that.
perfect.
Yeah.
This is
Yay.
our final
That's what we're
draft,
hunting
and I
for.
think it sounds like we're ahead of the ball, really, and I kind of like to be there. But I think with vision statement and goals and objectives, we're good. We're locked. In. It's not, don't mess with it too much and and then mess it up some more. Like, know when to call it good. And I think that's where we're at, if I can be so frank about that.
Yes,
I think we're
Yes.
to have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects and initiatives. They're all on point. We've really what the work that's been going on with Clinica is really encouraging. But basically, getting a health initiative going, getting transportation associated
Yep.
with it, architecture plans. Yeah, we're biting off a lot here with the bullets that we've got. I don't know that I can't see anything that we're missing, or that I
Right.
feel strongly that I want to add.
Yeah.
In terms of process, when you guys do have your sit down though, Ari, do you anticipate anything on the projects and initiatives changing, or is it mainly to talk about
It's mainly, I think,
coordination?
talk about roles.
It's just to build
Roles.
bridges. It's to reach out a hand and say, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, let's make
That one.
everybody feels included, and
Good.
I don't see
project-
this. I don't see this changing anything. I don't think
No.
see that
Yeah.
impacting your
Right.
projects and
Our
initiatives.
work, I think that would also discredit and be very rude to you and Natasha and Peter as well, for us to create or change work based on the outside thoughts of others when this is our committee. And that's okay.
Yes.
And so I think it's okay to pay respect to both. But as Karen said, it's just making nice. It's making nice. And that's okay. Sometimes it's how politics go, right? So,
Right.
no,
Mm.
I think that our thing is our thing for now, and that's good.
Natasha, it's good to see you again.
You too,
Sorry, what, Tom?
I miss all of you.
Yeah.
Well, let's change that over the next few months.
Yeah.
We're going to do a
yes,
housewarming
yes.
party when we finish. Well, I'll give you a call.
Oh, that'd be so great. Yeah, absolutely. And Natasha, again, thank you for being ahead of the ball for like all of us. I was traveling this weekend and seeing that you really just put your nose to the grindstone and was like, hey, I'm going to start on projects and initiatives. And you did it. And it looks amazing. So
I'm
hard
really
work and
happy
extra
with where
time,
it's
Natasha.
starting out.
Thank you.
All
So
right.
with that note, let's
Thank
get
you
on
for
to our
the
next meeting.
acknowledgement.
Yeah, let's get on to our next meetings. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Peter, for doing this. And thank you, Karen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will save this and email a copy to everyone and Miranda.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
All
if
right,
you're
have a
looking to
wonderful night.
have more fun, join us at 6 o'clock for a DDA meeting.
I can hardly wait.
Ew. No,
Okay, everybody
have
reach
a
over
good
your
one.
shoulder and give yourself a pat on the back.
Aw, have a good night.
You guys, really, you guys have been great to work. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I gave up this afternoon and it's just a lot out of me, man.
That's okay. I'm over it too, girl. We're in
Corralling
the
the
same
cat.
boat. We'll row it
All
together.
right.
All right.
Good
Bye,
night,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.